excited because, when I was in biology in college, when I took biology in college, this was one of my favorite subjects to learn about, were the cells.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's pretty cool, but how you learn about all these different types of cells and the eukaryotes and prokaryotes and all the different proteins and...
Yes. Did they show you any kind of video or images of the body carrying the proteins around inside?
Oh, yes.
Doesn't it look like little people or little creatures?
Yeah, it looks like the shape of a little amoeba cell, but it's not. It has for the working ones that put the DNA together and all that stuff. It shows a little tool belt around them and some little tools, and then they can't have a hammer.
Well, but it sounds like they doctored it up for whatever you were watching. But if you watch actual recreation, I don't know. It just I wanted. There's a specific video that my biology instructor in college showed us that I really want to find for you to watch because it's like there's a little city inside your body. Everything has a purpose and it knows what it's doing and it carries things from one place to the next and it moves. It's just really neat.
Was there at some point where it was for the messaging system where it messages things that little stick figures that have a little envelope?
Yeah.
That says to Mr. Organs.
Yeah.
Or something.
Like the organelles and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So today, Anna and I are going to do a model of an animal cell. So this is an animal cell. That is what is inside your body.
And on the back, I'd like to read something to you.
Yeah, there's some information on the back with some parts, some things are labeled. And there's some reading. So Anna wants to read that before we get started.
Not all of it, but just some, because it's a pretty long thing. It says the word cell comes from the Latin cellula, which means a small room, because cells are small. It says Robert Hooke was the first to study and record cells by using a microscope. The descriptive name cell for the smallest living biological structure was also given by him and used in his book that published in 1665. Wow, that was a long time ago.
That was a really long time ago, huh?
In 1837,
A what?
I'm not sure how to pronounce this.
Check.
John?
Yeah, that's just his name. You can just skip forward.
First observed small granules at the plant tissue through a microscope. The cell theory, first developed in 1839
by this scientist or
by
this person.
By a couple different people. What is it just over here?
Right here?
It says, the cell is a basic functional part and the smallest living unit is known in all living organisms. Most of the living cells are very small in size and measured in unit of...
I have no idea what those units of measurement are because they're
globule?
So minuscule. I don't even know what that unit of measurement is called.
I know that a Q and then an O kind of uppercase Q kind of thing is ohm.
Ohm? Well,
and that's for the snap circuits. That's the only thing that kind of...
Yeah, that's a unit of measurement for the flow of electricity.
Yeah.
But this is a unit of measurement for size, for itty bitty teeny tiny microscopic size. And I have no idea what it's called.
Yeah.
We'll have to look it up later.
And weight in nanogram. However, the eggs are the biggest single cell in most of organisms. Wow. As we know, ostrich egg is the giant of all. One single animal and plant may consist of a great number of cells in different types, which is called multicellular. Yep. In some complex organisms, such as humans, an adult may has weird grammar, may have over 100 trillion of cells.
Wow.
On the other hand, some organisms only consist of a single cell, such as bacteria and amoeba, which we call them unicellular, protist, or monad. That's all I'll read because it's pretty long.
Okay.
And then there's
Well, hold on. Let's not, because we're about to learn all those parts and pieces. So this is what we're starting with here. This should be a pretty quick model to put together, but this is the inside. Look at that. This is, of course, blown up thousands of times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because this isn't going to fit inside your body like that. Too big.
That's weird.
So this is microscopic inside your body, but this is the inside of a cell. And what are the parts that are in here? Let's look at the booklet and see. Let's identify what is in here already before we go adding more parts. So there's a ball in the center. Do you know what that is without looking?
Nucleus?
The nucleus, yes. Good job.
I knew that because
Let me see. So I think...
Oh, here it is. I see it.
Yeah, you're
It's
going to
a full
use
diagram.
that. Yeah? Okay, so what do we have in the very, 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 very center?
This is the nucleus. That thing is the nucleus. Yeah.
And what is this that we can see on the edges around that little ball? The red things. Does it say anything about that?
Chromatin?
Chromatin? Does it say anything about the layers? So this ball is like a jawbreaker. You say it's got like different layers in it. Does it say anything about the layers? No.
No, but this blue part that's on the outside is the nuclear envelope.
The nuclear envelope, okay. I remember that from science. What else?
This big red thing here.
Mm-hmm. It's like, they're like hallways. It's like a maze. Like tubes, mazes. What is that?
It's ribosomes, and then the little orange thing, the pink thing is the ribosome, but the little yellow things are smooth endoplasmic reticulum.
Reticulum. Good job. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Very nice work. What about these guys out here?
Well, those little guys. Those guys are cytoskeleton.
Cytoskeleton. I feel like you're ready for college level biology, honestly. All right, so we've got this guy here.
Yes.
This is more of the...
That's more of the ribosomes and smooth endoplasmic reticulum.
Okay, so what does it say about these in the booklet part where it has you read what they are and what they're for? See how that has folds, the pink folds. And then on the inside of the tubes, sorry, it's not focusing. You can see the yellow. What do we got here?
There's two different nucleus, actually.
You want to read about those first?
Yes.
Read about those first. Go ahead.
So, that big ball in the center is one of the nucleus. It's spelled the way you would usually spell a nucleus.
Mm-hmm.
The nucleus is the most obvious organelle in most of the eukaryotic cells, which is enclosed in a double membrane and contains most of the cell's genetic material.
Now wait, what is a eukaryotic cell?
A eukaryotic cell has DNA and has a nucleus.
Yeah.
And also has something bound organelles.
Okay.
And then prokaryote also, it doesn't have any of the something bound organelles, and it doesn't have a nucleus, but it still has DNA. So that's kind of just a difference. And the cell's genetic material is organized as multiple long linear DNA molecules and complex with a large variety of proteins, such as histones, to form chromosomes.
Okay. So that's the big outer ball.
Yes, and do you know what is cool about chromosomes?
What's cool about chromosomes?
Well, you have in your body 46 chromosomes.
Yes.
Take away 2 of them because those are the sex chromosomes.
Okay. You're left with 44.
Yes. And those 44 chromosomes are called chromosomes.
Chromosomes.
Yes, and because they're kind of like a little X shape kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
But if you took away one,
Just one.
chromatid,
What's a chromatid?
you know how it like forms an X?
Yes.
Take away half of the X.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So you take the X, you split it.
Yeah, you split it in half and then take away, and those that you broke it up into those 2 things.
And then what happens?
Each of those things are called a chromatid.
Chromatid.
So
chromosomes are your 46 chromosomes
Mm-hmm.
that you have in your body. Take away the 2 sex chromosomes, you're left with what is it again?
still chromosomes, but if let's say you have 46 chromosomes, and if you took away half of each X shape, you would still say 46 chromosomes, but you would say
Chromatids. Because on an individual.
yes.
And then they go together.
If you took away half of 44,
Because half of them is from where? Half of them is from the...
your dad, and half of them is from your mom.
Yes.
From the
Got it.
sperm and the egg.
You got it.
When they mix together, it will give you your 46
6
chromosomes.
Yeah.
But 2 of them are your sex chromosomes.
Right. That's what determines if you're going to be a male or a female.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Back
there's
to the
Nucleus.
animal cell.
There's also another nucleus. It's kind of weird. So if you see, here, can you hand it to me for a second?
Mm-hmm.
So this big ball here in the center is its big nucleus.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look closely, that tiny blue thing in the center here, this little thing, that's also a nucleus. It is a prominent structure.
Prominent?
Prominent.
Prominent means that it's very visible.
Yeah.
It has prominence. It's displayed very prominently. It's very visible.
It's a prominent structure inside the nucleus, which is their ribosomal RNA is produced. And RNA is something else that attaches to the DNA. But there's also mRNA,
That's right.
and mRNA is just 1/2. Like if you took the DNA and you unwinded it,
Yep.
you would see there's 2 strands that were twisted together.
Mm-hmm.
Take one of those strands, and that would be your mRNA.
Okay.
It says scientists found that some cells have more than one nucleus, which is that tiny thing in the center. And then this thing.
This thing, yes. What is this thing? Let's get to that guy.
The smooth
Let me see.
endoplasmic. You don't know where to put it.
Well, I'm just setting it down right now. But so this is smooth endoplasmic reticulum.
Endoplasmic reticulum, ER, is a vast network of membrane-bound vessels and tubules responsible for the production of hormones and other secretory products. Something products. It's the sentence before the last one. Last 2 words.
Where is it? Oh, up here? Yeah, I think you said it right, actually. But it's like, it's talking about secretions, but I think you said it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone asked if this is part of your schooling or if this is just for fun.
Both.
Why not both? It's for school and it's fun.
The smooth endoplasmic reticulum has different functions depending on the specific cell type. And do you know what mitosis is in an animal cell like this?
My biology class was about almost a decade ago now. It was in 2012. It was a decade ago. So I think I need you to refresh my memory.
So it starts off with interphase, which is where it has two little guys, two little animal cells.
Okay.
Then it goes to early prophase, which is they form together in a bigger cell.
Yes.
And then it goes into late prophase, which is where the little they're little.
Giselle,
They look like little fingers, but they hold each chromosome and they pull it apart. So that's late prophase. And then metaphase is where they let go of them. And then anaphase, which look, if you take away the phase,
yeah.
it's my name.
There it is. Anaphase without phase is your name, Anna.
Then it goes into anaphase, where it looks like a little piece of, looks like a peanut.
Yeah, it does look like a peanut. You're right.
And then it goes into telophase, which is where it forms two new little nucleus. And it forms them.
Splits.
And then it splits into interphase again, which it keeps going back on that cycle to go again.
Let's show them the mitosis cycle that you're talking about. This is what Anna's reading right now.
And if you look where it says anaphase, take away the face. It's my name.
So yeah, someone asked what grade you're in. She's currently working her way through third grade.
But I'm actually in 9th grade.
Seemingly doing, I don't know, college level biology apparently. So let's figure out where this goes, okay? This smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Can you put it into the model where it belongs?
Well, we need the instructions for now.
These are the instructions, girl.
No, they're not.
Yes, ma'am. This is what you got.
No, there's instructions.
Well,
here. It shows where they all go.
Ish. Oh, he's going to stand up at the end. Okay. All right, well, let's figure out where it goes. I think it's easier just to look at the picture.
Well, this little guy.
I know where it goes. Do you know where it goes? So
Wait.
maybe turn it this way.
Wait, hold on.
No, look. This guy's at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
So look at the diagram and figure out where it goes. Do you see that part around the cell somewhere?
Yes.
Okay, where is it?
It's up here.
Yes. So we got to fit it in there right. So it's going to go in like this.
Yep.
So there we go. Now we've got all of our smooth endoplasmic reticulum in place, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to, what's the next? What do we want to do next?
How about...
We've got all these little pieces that look like candy.
How about centrosome?
What's that?
It's the little
these.
yellow piece.
We've got all these. This guy?
This is the centrosome.
Let's do this guy.
This is the centrosome.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I'll do centrosome.
There's two of those.
Yeah, I just grab me both and I can.
Okay, they look like pasta. Look at that.
Yeah, it kind
Looks
of
like pasta.
It kind of does. It's funny.
So what does it say about it?
Centrosome is an animal cell. Also, in an animal cell is also called the MTOC, microtubule organizing center. It's like you put it in here and it organizes everything in its
Wow.
place. It's like it puts every piece in there the way it goes.
What does it say?
Which consists of a pair of centrally animal cells only. It's only a blood cell. During animal cell division, the centroles replicate and the centrosome divides.
Centrosome.
That's what.
Is it centrioles? Hold on, let me see. I gotta see that close.
I know how to pronounce it.
It's centrioles. Centrioles. Not centroles. Centrioles. I do remember that much
Centrioles.
from class.
Where was it? Where was I?
Right here.
Oh no, I was.
Just start
wait,
over
I was
from
wait, I was
doing doing?
During animal division, the centrioles replicate and the centrosome divides. Then the two centrosomes move to opposite ends of the nucleus, and microtubules of the centrosomes grow into a spindle, which is responsible for separating replicated chromosomes into the two daughter cells.
Mm-hmm.
So where do these guys go?
Let's see.
Well, we can look here.
You want to do it there?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got pretty good spots. You can see where the things are supposed to kind of lay in there. But we can always look.
Okay, I know. I see. Okay, fine. I see right where they go.
Oh yeah.
They go up over.
Yep.
Here.
Because we got to be careful because some of those spots are for the red ones too, right? So we want to make sure we're using the right spots.
Yep, it's right next to the
Right next to each other?
Yep.
Right there, like that?
Yep, in those spots.
Wait, how come it doesn't want to go in there?
It's just, you have to push it in.
Oh, let me push yours in. Aha! Aha! Look at that. There they are. They're in there, doing their job.
They're organizing.
They're organizing. The organelles. Okay. Centrosome. What's cytoplasm?
Well, where is the cytoplasm?
I think that's this.
But that goes on at the end. That goes on at the end.
Right, but what does it do?
It's a semi-transparent jelly-like fluid that fills most cells and consists of three major elements: the cytosol, organelles, and inclusions. The cytosol is the soup inside all the cells.
The soup, yeah, it's all the liquid jelly stuff that you know.
So how about we do the little piece?
Let's do this guy. I like this one. I like the name of this one. Let's do this one. What is it called?
Golgi complex.
What does it do?
It is also called Golgi apparatus, just to let you know. Golgi body or dictosome. Dictosome? Dictyosome? Dictyosome?
It's D-I-C-T-Y.
C-T-Y. O-S-O.
Dictyosome?
Dictyosome?
I'm not sure. Maybe
either.
someone watching can spell out the pronunciation.
Oh, there's a stars party happening.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
But let's keep going. Maybe someone will give us the phonetic spelling.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
This important apparatus has the function to manufacture and package the macromolecules such as proteins and lipids that are synthesized by the cell. The Golgi complex plays as part of the endomembrane system of the eukaryotic cells, which regulates protein traffic and performs metabolic functions.
Metabolic functions. All right?
Yep, metabolic.
All right, let's see where this guy goes.
Where do you go?
Looks like this.
Yeah, can you hand it to me, please? It goes... Okay, I see. Goes like this part. This.
Sharon.
Yeah, like this, right? Yep, okay.
You gotta flip it around the other way. No, it goes this side in.
No, it goes in. Yeah, like that. Yeah, push it in place. It's the right part it goes in.
All right.
That's what it shows.
It's in. Ta-da!
Animal cell is coming to life.
It is coming to life.
Let's do these guys now. The peas.
All right. What are we doing next?
Peas.
Peas? Let's show this. Wait, so there's two different ones though. Hold on. Which ones?
Show them.
There's light green and there's dark green.
Where even are those on
The
this?
dark green, they truly do look like peas. Look at that. But we can see
So this is the light green one.
We can no, that's the dark green. Because look at the inside. You can see the inside of this one. What does that look like to you inside? Doesn't it look like a
eyeball or something?
like a chocolate?
But it looks like an eyeball or something.
So what is this called?
Peroxiome?
Peroxium?
Peroxiome.
No, because it's esome. Oxysome. Peroxisome. Peroxisome.
I guess so.
We need a science
Dictionary.
like yeah.
Well, I actually do, I think.
You do?
I think so.
You have a science dictionary?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
I can get it.
Well.
It's elementary science.
Oh, then it might not have these things in it. What does it say they do?
It is a membrane-bound packet of oxidative enzymes.
Oxidative enzymes. That sounds right.
In animal cells.
Enzymes that can be oxidized?
Yeah.
That are oxidating?
Yeah.
Oxidative enzymes.
Okay. It says, in animal cells, they protect the cell from their own production of toxic hydrogen peroxide.
Wow.
That is the way that white blood cells produce hydrogen peroxide to kill bacteria.
Oh.
These guys also help to break down the hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen.
Okay. Cool. So, where do these guys go? Here, let's look at this one.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 of them. Looks like one tucks down over here. Right?
Yeah. Here, can I see? Yeah, one tucks down there.
But is it gonna stay? It doesn't fit right there.
Maybe it's supposed to about that one.
Hold on, can I see the
Here. Okay.
picture?
Well, that oval one goes in that spot where you were.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Look, up here. See the one there?
Yeah.
Round. We gotta look for the round ones, not the oval ones. Oval ones
One
are the
right
other
here.
One right here?
Yep.
Up here?
Yep, round.
Should I put the open one goes down there. Okay. Right there. And then this open guy where you can see the inside
Goes right there.
goes right here.
And then there's one more.
Nope, that's it. 3. There's 3 of each. Oh. Just popped out your Golgi complex. There.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Look at that. It's so pretty.
Then we need to do these guys.
Yeah, what are these light green ones? What are they called? Let's go back to this page. They are...
Nothing? They're peas?
Where are they?
Are they peas?
Come on, why would they give you parts and not tell you what they are?
Well, I know there's some mitochondria.
I know, we got some mitochondria to do.
What we do
That's
with
weird.
mitochondria.
That's funny that they don't tell you.
I think they're all the exact same.
Maybe they're the same thing, they're just different color, different shape. They have different insides. This one, instead of having a chocolate center,
It has
little dots.
peanut butter center.
Peanut butter center. All right, well, let's see where these guys, this goes up here.
Mm-hmm.
And then
There's this one.
they don't want to stay.
And then there's this one right here and that.
Where?
Right here.
Over here.
Yep. And then we have to put in our mitochondria.
Oh, let's read what the mitochondria are. That's easy enough, right?
Yeah, it's
Right.
easy.
These guys, they look like red peanuts.
They do. They look red peanuts.
And this is what they look like inside.
They have little worms inside them.
Mitochondria. What are they?
They look like they have worms inside them.
Yeah.
Mitochondria is a bacteria-sized power generator. It provides the energy needed for a cell to move, to divide, to produce secretory products.
To produce what?
Secretory products. You said you think
I think it is right. I really think it is right. I just keep getting hung up because I keep hearing secretion, and I'm like secretory. Okay, keep going.
Says they may have different shapes depending on the cell type. Scientists found that mitochondria contain DNA too. We call it mitochondrial DNA, mtDNA.
Okay.
So let's put these guys into
Mitochondria. Where does this one go with it? It's open.
right here.
Over here?
Yep. Goes.
Okay.
And then there's one that goes here by the P. One that goes here. And one that goes here.
All right.
And then we have
that's the whole thing.
No.
No?
We're missing two things. That.
What is this?
That's more of the thing. The gel.
So
that goes
does
around
this
it.
go this way?
Yeah, I think so. Or however it fits on. Well, it was on, but you took it off. I think I know
It was
how to
not.
put
It was not on. This came separate.
That's the cytoplasm.
Maybe it goes in this way.
Can I try for a second? I think I might know.
It doesn't seem to fit in there just right. Let me hold on. Let me see. I think it goes to this part. Right?
Yeah.
So I think this goes inside here. We can figure out which way it fits best, which way it fits correctly. And then this goes over the top to hold it together so that it doesn't fall out, right?
Yeah.
This
And
looks like the right way. So we just have to get it to snap together all the way.
yeah.
And then there's supposed to be a stick.
A stick.
Yeah. To stand it up on the stand.
I see it.
Where is it?
Is that clear thing all the way on the right?
Oh, here's a case.
Yeah, that case. And then there's another tiny case.
That was
Hold on.
What, you don't want to put the case on?
There's that thing and then there's a tiny case.
Where's the tiny case?
No, it's that thing.
This?
Yeah, what's that?
Where does that go?
I don't know. What's that?
What does that do? Oh, maybe it goes over the top.
Somehow, no. Maybe, yes.
Can they see what's going on?
I think it
Yes.
goes like
I
that.
think it goes like this.
Ah, yes.
That's strange. Why would you need to encase that? It's already encased.
Yeah, that's weird. Then, after we're done with that, we put the top thing on.
This doesn't want to stay on though.
It's supposed to go there.
I agree. I think it is supposed to go here. It just doesn't really seem to have anything to latch itself to. So this is what we've got. That is the beautiful, beautiful animal cell. Very nice.
And then, we put
And
this
then we
on
put this on.
over it to keep it safe. Push it on. And then there's one more thing. The bar.
Yeah.
The bar.
The bar. Ooh.
Don't do that again. Please don't do that again. That's weird. Why does that do that?
There we go. I don't know. Ah! Almost did it again.
Don't do it.
Get it.
I think you got it.
Yes, they do have a plant cell, Ruth Ann. We'll do that next time. We have the plant cell model as well.
Yes, we'll do that next time we do one of these. We haven't done one of these in a while.
No, we haven't done a 3D model in a while. Not since we
4D.
lived in Michigan.
4D.
4D, sorry. Okay. Now, we've got this.
Need to connect
We've
that.
got this. We've got this.
How does that go? Oh, I see.
This is not...
I see.
I know, but it's not squeezed together all the way. Nice. It's a beauty. We'll have to add it to the array of, if you guys can see, she's got tons of other 3D, 4D models that we've done previously up there on top of the
Take
shelf.
a close look at this.
But yeah, take a look.
I'll show you.
Pretty cool.
And do it one more time. How does this become what it is? Interphase, early prophase, late prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase,
Metaphase. Anaphase.
telophase, interphase.
All
Well,
right.
thank you all for watching this
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
cool thing.
That was fun. It was not as difficult as some of
Here, can I go
the ones we've done in the past. Remember, like the 3D
Yeah.
giraffe model?
Yeah, and the cat.
Yeah, the cat. Oh my gosh, the cat. Remember the eyeball, the 3D eyeball? That took
Yeah.
us forever. So
But it was smaller than this.
it was smaller, but it took longer to put together.
That's crazy.
Is there anything interesting you want before we go that you want to tell them from the facts, FAQs?
Let me see.
Any interesting questions and answers in there? Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. It was fun. We haven't done this in so
Oh,
long.
this is a cool one.
What's it say?
Can we see a single animal cell without using a microscope? Yes or no? What do you think?
No.
Yes,
You-
we can.
How?
Eggs are the biggest single cell in most of organisms.
Oh, right.
Some of them are big enough for us to see. As we know, an ostrich egg is the biggest of all.
Yeah.
What is the main substance that builds up an animal cell?
The main substance that builds up an animal cell. I don't know. What is it?
You have to guess something.
No.
You do.
Tell us. We're all learning. You're the teacher.
Water.
Really?
It is the main substance which is found in cytoplasm of animal cells. Our body contains 60 to 70% of water, and the body of an adult jellyfish is made up of 94 to 98% water.
Did you know that our bodies are mostly made of water?
Of course I did.
Oh. Of course. Of course she did. I don't know what Daddy's doing. Daddy's playing with things.
He's doing weird
Daddy's
stuff
playing
to
with
camera.
things he doesn't understand.
Hey, what does an animal cell have that a plant cell doesn't have?
What does an animal cell have that a plant cell does not have? What?
Centrally. Which plays a very important part in animal cell division, but a plant cell doesn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's it for today, and we will see you next time.
All right. We'll see you all next time. Have a good rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye.